Joining us now, Hall of Famer Jason Kidd, Mavs head coach, and won an NBA championship with the Mavs back in 2011, two-time Olympic gold medalist. We were just wondering, where do you rank on the all-time assist list? Let's go around the room and guess. Where is J. Kidd on the all-time list there? Todd?
Third,
okay. Seton?
2.
Marvin?
Third.
Paul?
2.
I'm going to go 4. Where is J. Kidd on the all-time assist list?
Stockton number 1, Chris Paul, new number 2 spot. Jason Kidd in the 3 spot. LeBron James on his heels.
Is LeBron going to catch J. Kidd?
He's got 508 to go.
Man, you're getting kicked. You're getting kicked down here, man. How are you doing?
I'm doing great, Dan. I'm doing great. Yes, that happens. I didn't play long enough.
Best passer, though, in the history of the game is who? Not who had the most assists. Best passer.
Best passer. I'm going to go with Stockton.
Why is that?
I think, the bounce pass, he had big hands, could take it off the dribble, could pause with it. Some would say is maybe double dribble, but I think he knew how to manipulate the ball off the dribble and being able to find his target, and he had some pretty good targets.
Okay, but when did carrying become legal in the NBA?
In 1960.
60?
Well, it's always been a part of the game.
Well, no, like now it's just you can have your hand on the bottom of the ball and then go. Was it Iverson who started it?
I don't think it was Iverson. I think it's the guy we were just talking about.
Stockton was the first guy to carry the ball.
I think if you look at Stockton, he knew how to manipulate the dribble.
Was he dirty?
He was smart.
Where were you on lottery night?
Lottery night. I was in Newport Beach at a board meeting for Go Rental. And I thought, okay, well, we're going to probably fall backwards instead of going forward. So my phone started to go crazy during the meeting. And I kept texting the person back saying, are you sure it's not you're missing a 1? Because he goes, you're in the top 4. And I mean, 14. And he goes, no. And he goes, I think you just got 1. I go, you mean we stayed at 11? And then my phone started going crazy. So that's where I was.
Wait, you're not even watching the lottery?
Things just weren't going well for us.
Really? What else has happened this year?
Just a lot of injuries.
Yeah.
A lot of injuries. But I just felt, we were going to stay around 11. If not, go backwards, just the way that things were going for us this year. But incredible to get number 1. Everyone's excited. The organization, the city, the Mavs fans, and also the head coach. So we're really excited about being number 1.
Planning on keeping the pick and taking Cooper Flagg?
Yes, I'm just the coach. So, yes, I would say that we're all concentrating on number 1. The draft is deep. And so, but as the name you just brought up, I think we're all focused on.
Have you spoken to Cooper Flagg?
I have not spoken to Cooper Flagg. I don't want to break any of the rules and get us in trouble. So I want to make sure that when I do answer these questions that, the speculation is Cooper Flagg, but there's, we got to go through the process.
Okay. So you would get in trouble if you did reach out to Cooper Flagg before the draft?
Yeah, well, no, not technically. Once we bring him in, we'll get.
Are you not allowed to say his name?
I'm trying to be politically correct here and make sure that we don't get in trouble and I don't step on any toes. So,
okay. So the kid from Duke.
There we go.
Are you?
There we go.
Are you?
We're excited. We're excited.
I don't want to get you fined. Okay.
Thank you.
Yeah.
Thank you. I can't afford to fine. And so we're excited about the kid at Duke. I can't wait to talk to the coach over there, Coach Shire, and also a good friend of mine, Coach K, a mentor, and get some background on the kid at Duke. We're really excited about this opportunity.
You were 21 as a rookie, right?
Yes.
I can't imagine what 19 is going to be like for the kid from Duke.
Yeah,
How is that different, or has the game made it easier for that transition for somebody that
no,
young?
no, I don't know if it's easier. I think 18, he's going to be drafted. He'll be 18 and he doesn't turn 19 until December. And so just understanding he's young, but he's very talented, can play both ends. And so being able to have older players, and when I say that out of respect, they're not dinosaurs, but when you look at the age of 30, Kai, AD, guys that are here, Clay, can definitely help him with the process of going through a rookie season.
And the kid from Duke doesn't have to walk in and be the savior like he probably would have been in Washington, D.C., or maybe Charlotte, that you can kind of ease him in to being a third or fourth option on the team.
Yeah, I think this is a great situation for him. I think when you talk about the different guys that we have already on the team, the pressure of living up to number one will be a lot easier with the talent around him. When you talk about the other clubs, he would have to, produce right away at a high level. And so I think this is a great situation for him to grow his game, where the pressure isn't as high. But we are playing for a championship, and so it will be a lot of fun.
Jason Kidd, Hall of Famer, Mavericks head coach. How were you told that you had just traded Luka?
I was told by my boss Nico that we were going to make a change.
But give me this scenario.
In the hotel. This is in the hotel in Cleveland, and so he said the news was going to hit in an hour, and that's how it went down. And so when he told me, I went back to my room to start figuring out how we were going to use AD and Christie because of this change. And so,
So you found out, you didn't even get a chance to argue.
no, there is no arguing. This is what was going to take place. And so for me, it's to move forward. From past experiences as a player, I've been traded the day after Christmas, I think, from Dallas to Phoenix, and thinking they were trading Jimmy or Jamal, and they told me that they were trading me. And so just understanding that the train keeps moving, and I thought my players and my coaching staff did an incredible job with, once they heard the news of preparing to keep moving forward. And especially with all the trade and the injuries, I thought we did an incredible job.
When's the last time you spoke to Luka?
I texted him on that morning, and that's the last time I've talked to him.
How did he respond to your text?
I don't think he was too happy. And just again, from the experience of being traded, maybe being surprised, upset, feelings are high. But again, I love the opportunity of coaching Luka. He's an incredible person, and we all know his talent is one of the best in the world. And so, again, my mindset is to deal with the cards that I'm dealt and keep pushing forward. And I've always said this publicly and privately. I wish Luka the best. He's one of the best players in the world.
I thought you were going to say that you meet with Nico in his hotel room. He tells you he's trading Luka, and then you go back to your hotel room and cry. But that didn't happen, right?
I didn't cry. I was more or less trying to figure out how we're going to make this thing work. This is a big trade.
But who do you call first after Nico tells you that you're trading Luka?
I didn't call anybody. I put my phone down and looked at the ceiling and started trying to brainstorm of how this is going to go down. I did not call anybody once this hit, and my job as the coach is to make sure that we all are pushing in the right direction. There was going to be a lot of questions that morning from staff and players, and I thought Nico did a great job of handling it by having the meeting and for us pushing forward.
Anybody have a better handle than Kyrie in NBA history?
Ooh, I'm gonna say no, but I'm gonna say there's some close seconds when you talk about Isaiah Thomas, Detroit Isaiah Thomas.
Underrated, by the way.
Ooh, very underrated. Very underrated.
But why is that?
I think sometimes it's our fault. We don't bring up Isaiah. Jay Williams, White Chocolate. I thought his handle and his passing is incredible. Storytelling. I don't know if we don't do a good enough job of storytelling with Isaiah or our past players. And so I think Isaiah would be right there as a 1B.
Yeah, but I think with Isaiah, likability, the way they played, they were the bad boys. They were trying to hurt Jordan. And I think that maybe that plays into it with Isaiah.
Well, I don't know if they were just trying to hurt Jordan. They were trying to hurt everybody.
But if the Pistons don't treat Michael that way, Michael doesn't start weightlifting and like that made Michael even greater. They're responsible for unleashing, the new and improved Michael Jordan.
Yeah, I think, sometimes when we look at things that take place in our league, some are looked upon as negatives, but a lot of players or coaches use them as positives and try to turn it into something. And as you said, unleashes the beast in Michael. And he took that and ran with it, got stronger. His talent was already elite. And so I think he used that as motivation to become the best in the world.
Do you remember facing him the first time?
Yes.
Uh-oh. What happened?
And no, it was actually nice. He was nice to me. I'll never forget. I ended up on him. Unfortunately, I didn't know how the switch happened, but he has me in the post, and all I can think about is just turn around and fade away and keep it simple and nice. But he went baseline and he took off, and unfortunately, my swipe I missed it, and I was like, oh, this is going to be on ESPN, and he's going to dunk it and look and do what he does. But he just did a nice little reverse layup and looked and kind of winked, and I said, oh man, I'm glad he didn't dunk it. But he took it easy on me.
But when did you realize he was better than you?
Oh, before tip off.
Well, you guys have egos. I mean,
Yes.
like Larry Bird had to get to a point where he said, you know what? He's the best player in the game. Magic had to. You guys are, pretty tough when you're going to relinquish something like that.
Yeah, but I think we all understood when we have to be realistic. Understanding Michael is the best, and so coming in as a rookie, you wanted that challenge. You wanted to compete against the best, but understanding he was going to win majority of those battles, and he did, and so you couldn't wait for that game to be over so that you can go play someone else that you can take advantage of.
Maybe they'll write a book on this year for the Dallas Mavericks. One day, just this year of everything that's happened, because it's hard to believe, right?
Yeah, I think you're right. I think someone's going to write a book.
Or 30 for 30 on ESPN.
There could be a 30 for 30 for sure. There's enough content, there when you talk about just there was season within a season, and there's maybe 3 seasons just with the trade and with all the injuries that we had, trying to keep pushing forward and finding a way into the playing game and winning one, and unfortunately coming up short against Memphis, but. Just everything that took place, I think there is a book there, and then probably a 30 for 30.
Good to talk to you again. Thanks for joining us.
Happy birthday.
Thank you. Thank you.
You look great, man.
What did you get me?
Well, I was going to say a jump shot, but you already believe that you can shoot. So,
well, now we don't want to go down the road, do we? We don't want to go down memory lane because, do we?
Yeah, why not? It's your birthday. You can go down.
I go to Dallas to shoot against you, right?
Yes.
I fly to Dallas to play, you in a game of horse.
Yes.
And what happened after practice? Who went home and left me there out shooting by myself? You did.
Well, I forfeited, so you automatically
okay. Won. Yeah. And then all of a sudden, who becomes a great 3-point shooter? You do.
Yeah, you turned me into a great 3-point shooter, so you get credit. I'm giving you credit where it's due, and you turned me into a 3-point shooter.
You're welcome. You're welcome. You're welcome. You're welcome. So
thank you.
I don't need a jump shot. We know that. Maybe
Putter?
What?
Putter? Driver?
How about this? How about a autographed jersey from the kid from Duke?
Ooh. Done.
Okay, here we go.
Easy.
Just making dreams come true.
There you go.
Enjoy,
Thank you.
thank you, buddy. That's Jason Kidd, Hall of Famer.